Edina, Scotia's darling seat, all hail thy palaces and towers, where once beneath a monarch's feet sat legislation's sovereign powers. That was Robert Burns on Scotland's capital city of Edinburgh. It was one of his poems in English and, in truth, not one of his best. But the poem was right about one thing. This was once the capital of a sovereign country. And although we got our parliament back 20 years ago, and that's a good thing, it was reconvened, it still ain't sovereign. So when I was First Minister, we built a bridge over the River Forth, a railway to the borders, a route around Aberdeen. We abolished tuition fees and introduced free prescriptions and set Scotland on the road to a renewable revolution. These were all good things, but it's still another parliament, this one, on the banks of the Thames, which is sovereign and still calls the shots. That's why Scotland is now out of Europe. Poverty still stalks this land, and why nuclear weapons still contaminate the River Clyde. Indeed, Boris Johnson, as a Tory Prime Minister, has more power, more sovereignty over Scotland than our entire Parliament, and he intends to use it, much to our detriment. This election can change all of that. We have the opportunity to propel Scotland towards independence. And this is how it works.
This is how the system used to elect the Scottish Parliament really works. Everyone gets 2 votes, one for the constituency and an orange-coloured paper for the list. Both should be marked with a single X. Alba, as an independence party, is not competing against the SNP in the constituencies. But the success of the SNP in these constituencies means that regardless of how many votes they get on the list, they get little return. These votes are wasted. At the last election, almost 1 million independence list votes for the SNP elected only 4 MSPs. In most areas of Scotland, they didn't count at all. In the west of Scotland, central Scotland, Glasgow, Lothian, the North East and Mid Scotland and Fife, not a single SNP MSP was elected on the list, despite the SNP topping the poll in all of these regions. You get the picture. All these regional list votes which could help Scotland are going to waste. Voting Alba doesn't split the independence vote, it strengthens it. This is Scotland's independence opportunity. The more people that vote Alba on the list, the stronger Scotland's Parliament becomes to stand up to Westminster and insist on progress towards our independence. Alba tilts the balance in Scotland's favour. So on Thursday, May 6th, on the regional list, vote Scotland, vote independence, vote Alba.
So votes for Alba on the list will elect a supermajority of MSPs, women and men committed to Scottish independence, to face down Boris Johnson. It will be a declaration for Scotland, a declaration of sovereignty, just as powerful as the one from Arbroath which defended Scottish independence some 700 years ago. So on Thursday, May the 6th, and on the regional list, vote Scotland, vote independence, vote Alba.